And we are good to go. So, Luke, thank you for being there for the Silk project, the tool and the bot like you're developing. As I said, just an introduction about yourself, a few words about the project, and what do you have in mind for Syndicate, I guess.
Yeah, sure. All right, I guess starting off, I'm Luke. I'm the head developer over at Silk and co-owner. And yeah, so we've been working on Silk. If you guys haven't heard of it before, if you didn't get to read the announcement, is basically a all-in-one tool for any sort of botting operation that goes on Ethereum or other blockchains. So we've been in operation for about 3 months now. The first month was a beta phase, and then the past 2 months we've been doing really well and have been a paid project for about 100 members, and we're looking to add some more people to the team. Um, so we specialize in a few things at the moment. We're kind of in between two big versions of the bot, version 0 and version 1.
Mm-hmm.
Version 0, we've seen some pretty crazy success just on the contract minting side of things. So we automate the whole, if you ever go, whenever you go through Etherscan to mint, or if you mint off of a website, we automate that whole process right in the bot.
Yeah, I saw
So
that
it's a
you have
desk.
like I think it's on the website or the Twitter, I don't remember, but I saw like you made a post with all the success you have from either you or the people using the bot. Quite impressive.
Yeah, thank you. So the way we work is I use the software as well, but we distribute. Every member has the same copy of the bot, so it all does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, we'll post a release guide for a given NFT drop with just about every parameter that you could enter into the bot. The users will load in their own wallets, and then they can set their own gas prices and such.
Okay.
Um, and then you can run anywhere between one. I've ran 100 tasks before, so attempting 100 separate mints. Um, and it's basically just up to your how much capital you have, how many NFTs you want to go for, what your tolerance is for risk and stuff like that.
Yep.
And the bot automates everything, so there's no authorizing any transactions in MetaMask or anything like that. It's as simple as clicking a button, it starts, and then it submits a transaction with all sorts of error handling, and it simulates a transaction beforehand. So it's pretty easy to use, and it's pretty safe in terms of risk. We have some special modes to kind of enhance the experience a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just because while there is some utility in you know um, in just standard contract minting where you put in a quantity, we have some other modes that we've seen, and if you've looked at the Twitter, that's where more of the success comes in.
Okay. Yeah.
So our biggest selling point so far has been our signature based releases. So if you've seen, there's been a ton of drops with signatures on them where you can't actually mint through the contract. You have to go through the website. What we do is we dig through the website source code, and we pull out whatever code is necessary for generating the signature.
Okay.
So oftentimes it'll be a request to the website somewhere where it submits certain data, and you get a signature back from their API. Um, in short, you can't mint through contract, so you have to mint through the website, and it takes longer. Oftentimes you have to solve a captcha. We automate that completely, so it's the same process as just clicking a button, and the bot submits right away. And we're really fast with it. We're always in the first or second block upon release, and we with drops like this, since we're one of the only bots that are able to hit, we often have really really low gas prices on some of these crazy releases. So I think one of our biggest flexes so far has been the zombie NFT release. I think at the time of release, floor was like 2 ETH and mint was like 0.33 or something like that.
Okay.
And pretty much everyone that ran a task on that bot, as long as they didn't like mess up the contract when they were typing into the bot, like every single task minted with sub 200 gas. So people were making 1.3 ETH times however many tasks they were running in the bot.
Yeah.
So that's yeah. So we've had some really crazy success stories like that, and you know, I can attest to this myself. I'm on top of pretty much every mint that we've had. We're probably at 90% success rate, I'd say, on signature based releases. So we do really well, and we try and stay on top of them. So anything that whenever our users are interested in a drop, they'll request it. They'll send us a message, or we have a channel in the Discord for it, and we get to work adding it into the bot. We have to do each solution is by hand. So we work really hard to make sure that module is really successful, and that's been a big thing for us so far. And then I guess we can.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
was
what did you say?
going to. So you said like you had like a lot of success, and like the project you didn't success, like to mint. What happened there? Like what's the reason? And did you manage to go over that and correct it?
Could you repeat the question again? I'm sorry. You said
Like,
we had
like you said to me, you had like I think 90% of percent of success. What about like the 10 other percent?
the
What did go wrong,
10%.
or
Gotcha.
like what's the issue with those 10%?
Yeah. So our when I say 90% success, I mean, let's say we have 10 signature drops in a month or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The process of adding these to the bot is oftentimes, somebody will request it, then I'll get to work digging through the website, generating the code. It usually takes me an hour or two. Um, and then we input we load that module into the bot and allow users to use it. Sometimes if we haven't really been stopped by anti-bot yet, but we've had lapses in communication, or often sometimes like if a bot changes their contract, a minute before the drop, there's really
Okay.
not much we can do in that case. However, pretty much like if there is a bot out there that's hitting a signature drop, we're one of them, and a lot of times we're the only one of them, which is something that we're very proud of. So 10%, there is some error.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, anything that involves
Yeah, and everything's not
manually.
perfect, right?
Yeah, exactly. But our solution is pretty. This was the original version of the bot, um, and it's been pretty foolproof so far. We've had some pretty good success. And then um, I'm not sure if you had any more questions, but I'd like to give an overview too of we have a 1.0 version coming out. I believe April 20th is the expected date. So we'd love
Okay.
to have more people on board for that bot because it's a lot more. We've added a lot of improvements to an already really good product. But again, I could pause for some questions if we want to do that now, or I could give that overview.
Yeah, yeah. I have like a question already. So you're supporting each contract and OS sniping, right?
Yeah. So currently we have a OpenSea module, but we haven't been focusing on it as much in our version 0. Version 1, we have a really crazy one. Um, we have support for, you can monitor based on floor price. You can input any sort of trait that you'd like to snipe,
Mm-hmm.
or any rarity index if you're familiar with tools like Trait Sniper.
Yep.
You can input there. We have a ton of different parameters that you can snipe NFTs by on OpenSea, and again, the whole process is fully automated. So as opposed to again, I mentioned Trait Sniper. There are tons of Chrome extensions out there that you actually have it in your browser and you are clicking on. I'm not even sure how they really work. I've never used one, but our product is fully automated on the desktop. So you literally input, I want, a CryptoPunk with a crown trait or something like that
Okay.
below this floor price, and then you load your wallets into the bot and you press start, and then you can leave it running for days if you want to. Any listing that pops up, the bot will monitor it and submit directly through the contract, so it bypasses any of OpenSea's servers or anything like that. So we've the solution that we've been testing, we've been working on, and we're about to release probably in the next week is, I can't think of, there's almost no faster way to do it, like conceivably. We're pretty confident that it's the fastest way that you can possibly snipe listings off of OpenSea, because again, we cut out any middle process, no interacting with OpenSea, no approving anything on the client side. You're going straight through OpenSea's contract. So it literally just comes down to when the transaction gets picked up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really, really fast, and we're really proud of that module and excited to get that out to everybody. We also have a liquidity sniper kind of in the works for altcoins and,
Yeah, old coin, the
um,
shit coin, the gen play.
yeah, exactly. All those, because again, even in bear markets, we've seen some really crazy plays
Yeah.
on shit coins. So that's another module that we have coming to the bot. That's again coming out maybe a week or so from now. And basically, those are our three main modules. We have some other kind of peripheral things some nice quality of life features in the bot, such as, you can transfer assets between wallets, you can generate wallets and disperse funds to them, and go back to one master wallet. So in terms of it, we've really been trying to aim for an all-in-one platform where if there is something profitable in the crypto space, we're going to support it within the bot, and our users can make money off of it.
Okay, nice. See some question already, like in the chat. When is the next drop for starter and lifetime?
I guess that's a good way to or a good time to talk about our pricing model. Our base pricing, we don't have any lifetime keys. Everyone in the bot pays an initial fee of 1.5 Ethereum and then a renewal fee every month after the first month of 0.33. But I've already talked to Crypto King and we've arranged a discount. So we'd drop 0.5 off that initial fee. So the pricing model for syndicate members would be 1 ETH, and then the renewal is 0.33 for everybody. But yeah, we have arranged quite a big discount for you guys just because we're really happy we really like to go after, to sell to groups that have a good community already, because our community is very interactive as well. We like to have, obviously a big part of our success on signature drops and other drops is just communication. So we're really happy to have, if we were to sell to people in Syndicate, we're really happy to have people come in that are all, that can contribute to the community rather than just kind of lurking in the Discord.
Yeah, true.
Looking over, I guess if you have any questions yourself, or I can just go through the thread and kind of answer some questions in here.
There's like another question here from Rock'n'Stone. Is there a demo that you can show the platform to? I see another question about like the demo.
Yeah, I can. What I can do, again, since we're in between versions, it's kind of an awkward period, but I can send, after this, I can send just a video demo. We have some video guides of setup for V0, and then we haven't previewed our V1 interface yet, but that'll be coming out the next day or two. So I can send another demo along to everybody once that comes out. Obviously, we have to respect our users internally before we release information to outside groups, but we'll get that as soon as we can.
Another question from Kenny. Were there events where bot user lost money due to some malfunction?
Short answer, no. The only losses of money that we've really seen, because again, for me as a developer, I was petrified of having people enter their wallets, and having anybody lose money through the bot. The only instances where people are actually losing money is where if you manually input the gas into the bot and you just totally underestimate it, then you'll have to cancel the transaction. It's just like any operation on the blockchain. But if you're talking like, have we ever accidentally sent Ethereum to some random address or anything like that? Obviously, no. That would be a huge PR headache on our side. So we haven't seen anything like that.
Okay, cool. Rock'n'Stone, did you say the tool was multi-chain or it's only ETH? And if like multi-chain, is Solana included?
Yes, so currently we have just ETH at the moment. In our 1.0 update, we'll support Avalanche, Arbitrum, Polygon, all kind of the offshoots of Ethereum.
Okay.
And then Solana we don't have Solana currently. We honestly haven't seen a lot of demand for it, but we're looking to add it probably within the next month or two after our big 1.0 update comes out. The reasons for that just being we've seen so much more success on Ethereum and so much more hype. Solana, obviously I'm not, I don't know everything, but I haven't seen as much demand from Solana NFTs, but definitely something that we're open to adding.
Very good. And how many dev are working on the Silk at the moment?
Currently, it's just me, and my partner is not a developer, but he helps a lot with the signature releases and stuff like that. One thing that we found is upkeep is not as intensive as if anyone is familiar with sneaker bots or things like that, because things are pretty static on Ethereum. But I put a ton of time into the bot, obviously, and we are bringing some more developers on just to expand um, what we can do. I see a question. I see a question about Flashbots. One thing I forgot to mention was we do on our contract minter. Just to go a bit more specific, we have a couple modes. A standard mode, which kind of just submits like you would get a submission on MetaMask. It's a standard,
Mm-hmm.
you pay gas, that kind of stuff. We have a Flashbots mode within the bot, which again, if anyone is worried about gas, it's a great tool for anyone that wants to just be a bit more cautious when using the bot initially. And we also have a Dutch auction mode that monitors. So you can enter in a Dutch auction at the current price, so it'll monitor automatically the price of the Dutch auction, then submit based on that. And we have a block sniping mode as well, where it will actually monitor the pending pool and then pick up on any pending transactions submitted to the contract, and then try and sneak in that same block in order to really be efficient on gas. We've seen some good success with that too. That's a mode that the users love, but it's pretty variable, obviously, in the way that it works. So yeah, that's just a bit more information on our contract minter.
Okay, perfect. Let me check. Like at the moment, what is your like hot task you're working on before the release of the 1.0?
Can you say that again?
Okay, what is like your hot task you're working on right now before the next release?
I guess, so the addition of OpenSea and the Liquidity Sniper are pretty big. And then we're really beefing up our user interface too, just to make it a lot more feature rich. So I'd say those are the two biggest things. They do take time, but we've had about 100 suggestions come in from current users of the bot. We're trying to add basically every small feature that you can think of, just to make the platform as easy to use as possible, as comprehensive as possible. I guess those are our two biggest things.
Okay. And is the bot estimates the fee on its own, or it's like something else?
Yeah, so we have the way that the current version works. You actually manually enter your gas price, priority, and gas limit. The new version has an automatic gas limit estimator, so you'll never have any issues on that front. And then, as you can imagine, in gas wars, it's really difficult to estimate the fees, because you have one block. The block before the sale goes live will be 50 ETH or 50 Gwei, and then it'll spike to 4,000 or whatever. It did on like for example, on the Gary V drop. Personally, I got burned really bad because the gas just spiked crazy. So we have some tools internally to estimate, but it's almost impossible to accurately estimate for everybody the exact gas price. So I don't know if that answers your question. Yep. If anyone has any more questions on fees.
I have another one here. Why is it called Silk?
I gotta think back to when we were even thinking of names. I personally did not come up with the name. I think it was kind of just highlighting the idea we want to make a smooth experience for everyone, keep it silky smooth, that kind of thing. A bit corny, but kind of just sounded nice initially, so we didn't.
Mm-hmm. And the answer, like Rock and Stone said, because there are traces of silk in rugs.
Nah, nothing like that.
Perfect. Then.
But yeah, so I don't know. That looks like most of our questions. I'm trying to think if there's any more information I can give you guys. I will shoot as much information over as I can. I'll put we have some YouTube videos and some just some visuals of the bot I can send over pretty soon, just for anyone that's still interested. And I'm not sure if we have
like for discount thing, like how the thing gonna work. Are you gonna create like a special link for the syndicate? How long they have to decide if they want to go with the bot, and how long the discount will stay?
Yeah, so the discount will stand. Our philosophy so far for selling keys has been we want to keep the product as limited as possible. Obviously, we have developer costs and things as well, but so we're gonna cap our maximum users around 400. So we're currently looking to sell, a few more keys for the again. I chatted with Crypto King extensively about the bot already, and I really want to bring as many syndicate members in as possible. So I'll leave the discount up probably for a week or two.
Let's split one
And
week and a half. Let's go.
say again?
Let's split then 1 week and a half. Sounds
Yeah,
perfect.
sure. I'll leave a link up for you guys. And then obviously I do have to cut it because we are capping the number of keys that we're gonna sell in total.
I mean, yeah, I
But
think
yeah.
1 week and a half is like long enough for everyone to think about it and make a decision.
Definitely. And yeah, so I just see one more question. What platform is the bot running on? I'm not sure if he means what it's developed in or what operating systems you can use. It's Windows and Mac on desktop. So it's really up to, if anyone's on Linux and really, really wants support, we can look into it, but I haven't had a single person
Trying to
ask
put
for
that
that
on
yet.
you, yeah.
But yeah. And then in terms of how many keys are available, I'm staring at the questions thread as well. We're gonna let in. It's more of a question of we have sales with Syndicate and a few other groups, again, trying to keep everything exclusive and not just release 300 keys on Twitter or something like that. But there will be a cutoff date, so we're going to cut off once we hit our cap of total keys, or after a certain date, we're just not going to be selling anymore. I'm not sure if we don't have a specific number of like we're going to give Syndicate X amount. Basically, anyone that is really interested should be able to join within the next week or so.
Perfect. I think I don't see any other questions. So, guys, if someone wants to come up on stage or have any other question, it's the moment.
I guess one more thing I could speak on too, if just a final note, kind of to make anyone with any concerns more comfortable. Our current one thing that we really value is security. So we have a whole page in the bot where we encrypt all your information. Everything is stored locally on the desktop. So imagine there's no interaction between, like, we'll never be able to see any information from you guys, except for the only analytic that we do track on our end is how many successful mints do people have. So we have an endpoint that collects like, oh, I checked out. So it'll be +1 checkout for this user. And that's just for our analytics of how well the bot is doing. But in terms of security, everything is really well encrypted and well secured on the front end. It's obviously local. It's not a web page or anything like that. So everything is saved through the file system right to your desktop. And there should be no issues with security. And if people have any questions about security or really anything at all, I'll be in the server and people can DM me or just leave them in chat or wherever. And we try to be really transparent with everything that we do. Obviously, because you are taking a good bit of trust using our bot. So again, any questions that anyone has, please do let me know. But yeah.
How many wallets can the bot handle simultaneously?
I would imagine that the bot will be able to handle any amount of wallets that you're running. So we come from the bot. It's really well optimized. So the most I've ever ran was 100 with absolutely no lag or anything like that. So it's pretty efficient in terms of CPU. I doubt people will get to a point where they're running so many wallets that it overclocks any terms of or any sort of anything in the bot where it causes any issues. So it can handle a lot of wallets. It's more so dependent on how much money you have, to be quite honest with you, or how much ETH you have to put into NFTs. And I'm not sure what a distributor is exactly.
Yeah, I don't
you could allow-
if you can elaborate, Sogi, what do you mean by distributor? How to distribute ETH to multiple wallets.
Oh yeah. We have all sorts of features like that actually through our within the bot. There's a separate page to handle any wallets. So we have the distributor is really optimized to have, it's just one transaction. So you pay one gas fee to distribute to however many wallets you want. And then you can transfer actual NFTs. So if you mint on 10 wallets, you can transfer all of them back to a main wallet right from the bot. Features like that are really important to us as well because, you mint 15 on different wallets. It's a real pain to distribute the ETH back to your wallet or anything like that.
I think that answered this question.
Yep.
Could you get the live demo? He said he will. He's gonna send us some videos and screenshots, so you can see how the bot works. Right after the EMA. So I think here in the thread is gonna be perfect.
Yep.
How long did it take your current user to get the return on investment, and how much liquidity would you say is necessary to be profitable in terms of using the bot?
Okay, so obviously return on investment is, I'd say in terms of our pricing model is very fair. In order for people to be profitable, like I said, that zombies drop 2-3 weeks ago, you ran one task, and you could make your initial feedback right away. I'd say it's different for everybody in terms of return on investment because some people are very active on Discord, are running every single drop, and are very persistent with it, and then others are not. Like they'll just come out for certain drops or stuff like that. So it really depends on the user. Most everyone has been able to make their money back that's been like consistently using the bot. So as long as you're not like buying it, using it twice in the month and then disappearing, even in that case, in my opinion, you could be good because again, you hit one of these drops with 2-3 wallets, you do really well. And then in terms of liquidity, it really depends. Like it's tough to gauge, but I'd say if you are running drops or if you're consistently going after drops and minting all the time just without the bot, you can understand like it does vary in terms of how much you need to get into it. But we advise people to come in with maybe 1 to 2 ETH liquid just so you can run a couple tasks and really utilize the purpose of the bot is to be able to run more than one wallet at the same time. So that I'd say that's a big factor. And it's a big reason, like you should have a few ETH liquid just to be able to really get the most out of it. And then I see what makes me buy your bot over others and how did you come up with the price of 1.5 ETH. We have a lot of, some of our biggest selling points again have been our signature drops, which were really big. I'd say we're one of the best, if not the best in that regard, in terms of reversing and then working on signatures. And that's a feature that you really can't find anywhere else to the quality that we do it, in my opinion. And then again, I think our 1.0 bot will be kind of industry leading in terms of what we're providing because the OpenSea Sniper is unlike any I've seen out there. It's going to be so fast and so easy to use with so much flexibility that it really I'd be pressed to find anyone that has a solution similar to ours. And although there are cheaper bots, I think a big thing to understand this space is that a lot of bots post these success posts and they post like, it's hard to really gauge how well a bot's doing from the outside just because it's really easy to fake success and to be, not fake it, but to speak on the, like how well everyone is doing within the community. I'd say if you DM 10 of our members, 9 of them will give you a positive response about the bot and speak on the community. You can speak on how hard we work as developers and the results that come out as a result of that. So again, I think there is some hype around the around Silk, and it's perfectly merited in my opinion, just because of how like we are transparent and we really do try and make sure that everyone is doing the best within the server. I see you came from sneakers. Did you work on any sneaker bots? I personally did.
The
And it
Panam.io.
say again.
The website, right? Panam.io.
Nah,
Not the first.
that was not me. All my stuff was private. But yeah, the skill set is pretty much the exact same thing aside from like blockchain work, which is pretty easy as a developer to get into because it's just API calls. So yeah, I did work on a couple sneaker bots that were private. And any plans for a hosted bot? Maybe, but at the moment, no. Just because it's a real pain to deal with people's private keys. Obviously, sending it back and forth to a server would be a huge pain, in my opinion. So at the moment, no. But we'd consider it a bit down the line if people are really persistent about it.
Let me check. No other questions, guys. I think we're gonna do a last call of the questions and again live demo, and again as we said, he's gonna Luke's gonna send us footage of the bots and video and a screenshot of the user interface.
Yep. Yeah, that should be. Just because I have my copy set up at the moment and it has all of my information stored in it, so I don't really want to mess around too much with that. But I'll definitely get some media, and you guys will be able to see exactly how it'll work.
Then I think we can wrap it up. And if you guys have any other question, either I think ping Luke here in the thread or just go into their Discord and ask directly the question there. And thank you for joining us, and thank you for the opportunity of buying your bot with a discount.
Yep. Yeah, no, of course. Thank you guys for having me. I'm happy to get in here and chat with some of you guys.
All right, guys, have a good one then. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
I almost missed something. Yeah, we have a tradition here. Dad jokes coming up to the stage, and he's giving you the best dad joke he has, and then we leave you. You can just go.
Okay.
You're putting me on a spot like that. I literally just came home. I was up for 6 hours. Oh, wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Or is my mic not fucked? I was not sure if my mic is fucked.
We need the jokes.
So, you need the jokes.
Yes.
The thing is, I can get an old one, but that I can't recycle them all. Give me a second. I just came home. I've been working on the joke for a while now, but it's about construction. No, wait, fuck. How did it go? Fuck, I fucked up the joke again.
Typical dad jokes.
Sometimes I just fuck up jokes when I'm stressed. Wait,
you should be prepared. It's your moment.
Dude, I literally came home 2 minutes ago. I just joined the AMA. Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout outs to my fingers. I can count on all of them.
And that's
as you can count on me for that jokes.
All right, and that was the the jokes of Daddy. All right, Luke, thank you again. And,
thanks, guys.
We'll talk in the end. See ya.
Yep. Talk to y'all soon. Thanks, guys.